Hey everyone and welcome to Immortal Realm. In today's video, we are going to talk about one of the most interesting manhwa category, and that is manhwas where the main character is misunderstood as being strong. Number 10 on our list is Am I Invincible? He always thought that he was immortal, but he didn't know that his yard was full of divine weapons and the chickens he raised were more like phoenixes. It wasn't until after 5 years of living in a mortal village when the system finally allowed him to come into contact with cultivators. It was then he discovered that no matter how strong someone was, the moment they saw him, they would be so scared that their legs would get numb and they would call him senior. Some even kneeled down and worshipped him. The art of this manhwa is decent. There is not much action, but this is more focused on the cultivation and comedy side. Number 9 on our list is Invincible at the start. As a nerd, Chen Changan travels through the fantasy world, facing countless monsters and ghosts from the outside world. Then one day, the system gave him a reward, and that is, if he were to stay inside the field created by the system, he would be invincible. So, he initially chose to stay in the field which was created by the system so that he remained invincible, and he slowly started upgrading it so that his invincible field increases. When he gets bored, he occasionally raises some cute and sweet apprentices. In the process of raising them, they became leaders in the spiritual world, which turned the world upside down. Number 8 on our list is Pretend to be invincible in the world. Lingu Duje is the number one master of martial arts in the world. It is said that he used to protect the dharma with swordsmanship, beheaded the swordsman of Tongying, and went to the Black Wind village to slaughter 300 bandits. The rivers and lakes are full of his legends, and his fans are everywhere in the martial arts world. However, Lingu Duje concealed a great secret, and that is, he did not know martial arts at all. So that means these were all lies made up by people. These were all rumors. What is even more interesting is the way how our main character uses his brain to get out of situations where people or his enemies ask him for a duel. Number 7 on our list is I Just Want to Be Killed. Yuli got sent to another world after dying from overworking and got a golden spoon that every transmigrator gets. Yes, that is the system. But Yuli did not meet the requirement, which means that he had to say goodbye to the system temporarily. To reactivate the system again, he will have to live his life with zero motivation. So, wanting to activate the system as soon as possible to get the ability to live forever, Yuli has decided to court for death. Yes, that is the usual cliché Chinese manhwa line. But the problem here is that the main character is not dying even after he is trying so hard to die. Instead, he is becoming stronger. The start of this manhwa was good and this manhwa is actually funny, but after a few chapters, it became a bit boring. Number 6 on our list is I am actually a cultivation big shot. The immortal Dao is ethereal and immortals are hard to find. Li Nanfian has descended into the cultivation world as a mortal. After learning that he has no hope in cultivation, he wants to live a peaceful life. However, the dog he adopts becomes a demon king of a generation. The tree he plants behind his house becomes a world tree after listening to his zither music, forming a bridge between heaven and earth. He meets a passerby who is enlightened by him and becomes an immortal sage who leads an entire generation. When he looks back, it turns out that the scholar who had been pestering him for his calligraphy and paintings despite having crappy chess skills is a chess saint from the immortal realm. The beautiful woman who comes to listen to his music every night is the number one saintess of the immortal realm. Well, while listening to all this, you might be thinking that these are all exaggerations, but the manhwa is even more exaggerating. Number 5 on our list is I Built a Lifespan Club. Well, the main character of this manhwa is one of my favorites because he knows how to use his powers. The main character here is not as strong as people portray him to be, but yes, he definitely has the power to call himself a god. Chen Li works at Mo City. He works there every day with no hope to be seen for the future until one night Chen Li obtains a special ability, an ability to buy time and lifespan from people. Now he uses his ability to build a top class lifespan club. So you'll definitely love this manhwa. Number 4 on our list is The Strong Man from the Mental Hospital. This is a world where evil creatures are gradually rampaging. However, the evil creatures are strong. They all disappear after this mental hospital. And even without dignity, they are reduced to ingredients and pets. This is the Green Mountain Mental Hospital where talents are abundant and strong people are surrounded. In this regard, the seriously ill Lin Fan, who is also our main character, is carrying the system. Lin Fan says that he is not a mental patient, he is just a normal person who likes to cultivate, and that is by usually touching the socket, climbing high voltage box, and during heavy thunder standing on the rooftop and dancing with the passing wind. These all are actions a mental patient does, but our main character is actually trying to cultivate. Give him a break. This manhwa is too funny, and the side characters are also amazing, especially the main character's best friend. Number 3 on our list is Transfer Student Stormbringer. Ju Ingong, which literally means main character, has been terrifying all his schoolmates in every school he has been so far. That is because he has one extremely scary face, and whoever lays his eyes on him thinks that he is a delinquent. But is he really? Well, to be honest, our main character is a wimpy little kid, but he gets himself involved in situation with other delinquents just because of his scary face. But even the more interesting part about this manhwa is that he comes out unscratched after every fight and the opponent always loses. That is because, well, you can call it fate, or you can say that our main character is extremely lucky. But yes, our main character is very weak. But because he wins all the fight, people think of him as overpowered. Number 2 on our list is Beyond Myriad People. Tens of thousands of big shots grovel at his feet, yet he says that he is just an ordinary mortal. Well, for those of you who are looking for a more laid-back cultivation story, then you can definitely go and read this. This manhwa is full of comedy and misunderstandings, and people really mistake our main character for being an overpowered god, overpowered saint, etc. But our main character, well, he is just really a mortal. I personally love the drawings because they are so funny, and sometimes when the main character makes different funny faces, it becomes even more hilarious. Well, now let's move on to number 1. And on number 1, we have I am really not the demon god's lackey. Lin Ji is a transmigrator, and he is the owner of a bookstore in another world. He is kind and warm-hearted, often recommending healing books to customers who are going through a tough time. From time to time, he secretly promotes his own work too. Over time, these customers begin to respect him greatly. Some even frequently bring local specialities to repay his favor. They often seek his professional opinion when it comes to selecting books and share their experiences with this ordinary bookstore owner. They respectfully and intimately refer to him using names such as Demon God's Lackey, Propagator of the Flesh and Blood. Even some call him Shepherd of the Stars. But our main character, he really is not the Demon God's Lackey. He is just an ordinary bookstore owner. But for his customers, he is a demon lord. Well, you will know more after you read this manhwa. That's all for today's video. Even though these kinds of manhwas are very hard to find, I still found some of them for you. If you want more videos like this, then make sure to like and subscribe. Have a very beautiful day.